In the heart of the galaxy, the Galactic Council convened under the azure glow of the Arcanis Nebula. Representatives from hundreds of star systems gathered in the Great Hall, a magnificent structure of shimmering crystal and advanced technology. The hall itself seemed to hum with the collective wisdom and energy of the galaxy's most enlightened beings. Council leader Xylar, a tall ethereal being with translucent skin and glowing eyes, called the assembly to order. His voice resonated with a melodic timbre, amplified by the hall's acoustics. Esteemed representatives, we are gathered today to discuss a matter of great importance, a small blue planet in the Milky Way known as Earth. A holographic projection of Earth materialized above the central dais, rotating slowly. The Council had been monitoring Earth for centuries, observing its tumultuous history with both fascination and concern. They had witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the discovery of atomic energy, and the first tentative steps into space. Despite their technological progress, humans remained driven by conflict, greed, and an insatiable curiosity, a combination the Council deemed perilous. Xylar continued, "Humans are a species of immense potential, but also great danger. They possess a unique blend of creativity and destructiveness. Their technological advancements are rapid, yet their ethical and moral growth lag behind. We must decide our stance regarding them." The council chamber buzzed with murmurs as representatives shared their thoughts telepathically and vocally. Images and data of human achievements and atrocities flashed across the holographic displays. There were scenes of breathtaking art and scientific breakthroughs, but also of wars, environmental destruction, and social inequalities. Elder Myra, a wise and ancient being from the Andromeda galaxy, spoke up. "The humans' capacity for destruction is unparalleled. They have harnessed the power of the atom, yet they still wage war amongst themselves. We must not allow their chaos to spread beyond their planet." Conversely, Lorian, a youthful and spirited delegate from the Lyra constellation, advocated for a different approach. Humans are innovative and resourceful. If guided properly, they could be an asset to the galaxy. We should not dismiss their potential. The debate continued for hours, with arguments for and against contact. Some representatives feared the consequences of human expansion into space, while others saw an opportunity for growth and learning. Ultimately, the majority voted to issue a warning. No member species was to engage with Earth without explicit permission from the Council. The decision was made out of caution, reflecting the Council's long-standing policy of non-interference. As the session adjourned, the Council broadcast the directive across the galaxy, ensuring every member species received the message. However, as history would later show, not all would heed the warning. Ambition, curiosity, and the desire for progress would soon challenge the Council's decree. On the remote planet of Trelax, located at the edge of the galaxy, a group of explorers led by the ambitious and daring Zorak was preparing for a mission of unprecedented significance. The Trelaxians had intercepted Earth's primitive radio signals and were fascinated by the humans' creativity, resilience, and the stories they told through their broadcasts. Zorak stood before his team in their sleek, high-tech spacecraft, its metallic surface gleaming under the distant starlight. "We have received the Council's warning, but I believe in the potential of these humans," he declared. His voice was firm, his conviction unwavering. "We will make contact, learn from them, and perhaps help them achieve their potential." Lysara, Zorak's second-in-command, looked concerned. "Commander, the Council's directive was clear. Engaging with humans could have unpredictable consequences." "Sometimes, Lysara, progress requires taking risks," Zorak replied. "We must reach out to them. We cannot let fear dictate our actions." Their spacecraft, equipped with cloaking technology, approached Earth silently. They chose a secluded area for their landing, deep within a forest in the Pacific Northwest of North America. The craft descended, its presence undetected by Earth's rudimentary surveillance systems. The Trelaxians stepped out, their forms gracefully adapting to Earth's gravity and atmosphere. Zorak had selected a group of humans to make contact with, scientists who seemed open-minded and curious, traits he admired. Among the humans was Dr. Emily Carter, a leading astrophysicist known for her innovative research and open-minded approach to the unknown. The Tralaxians observed her from a distance, ensuring their first contact would be with someone who could appreciate the significance of the encounter. As night fell, the Tralaxians made their move. They approached Dr. Carter's remote cabin, using their technology to communicate without alarming her. A soft, luminescent light filled the room, and Emily turned, her eyes widening in amazement as she saw the beings before her. "We come in peace," Zorak began, speaking in perfect English, thanks to their advanced translation devices. "We are explorers from the planet Tralax. We wish to share knowledge and learn from your people." Emily, initially startled, quickly overcame her fear. Her scientific curiosity took over. "This is extraordinary," she said, her voice trembling with excitement. "We have so much to learn from each other." Over the next few weeks, the clandestine meetings continued. The Tralaxians shared their advanced technology and insights, while Emily and her team provided knowledge about Earth and its inhabitants. The initial interactions were filled with promise, each side marveling at the other's achievements and perspectives. However, not all humans were as open-minded as Dr. Carter. News of the mysterious encounters began to leak, and different factions within human society reacted with suspicion and hostility. Governments wanted to exploit the new technology for military purposes, while corporations saw opportunities for immense profit. Religious groups were divided, with some viewing the aliens as divine messengers and others as existential threats. Despite the growing tensions, Zorak remained optimistic. "Humanity is a young species, but they have the potential for greatness. We must guide them, help them navigate this critical juncture." But Lisara remained cautious. "We must be prepared for resistance, Commander. Not all will welcome our presence." Their fears were soon realized when a covert military unit, acting on leaked information, attempted to capture one of the Tralaxian ships. The resulting skirmish led to casualties on both sides, shattering the fragile trust that had begun to build. The Tralaxians, recognizing the volatility of their human counterparts, decided it was time to withdraw and report back to their home planet. As they prepared to leave Earth, Zorak looked back with a heavy heart. "Humanity is not ready," he lamented. "We have awakened a sleeping giant." Dr. Carter watched the Tralaxians depart, her hope for a peaceful future dimming but not extinguished. "We must learn from this," she vowed. "There is still time to change, to grow, to become worthy of the stars." For several months, the clandestine relationship between the Tralaxians and the select group of humans flourished. Meetings were held in secret, often in remote locations to avoid detection by authorities or the public. During these encounters, the exchange of knowledge and culture was profound. The Tralaxians introduced humans to advanced technologies, including energy solutions that could eliminate fossil fuel dependency, medical advancements that could cure diseases, and sustainable agricultural practices. Dr. Emily Carter and her team were astounded by the possibilities. "This technology could solve so many of our problems," she marveled during one session. "Imagine a world without energy crises or incurable diseases." The Tralaxians were equally fascinated by human creativity and resilience. Zorak was particularly taken by human art and literature, which revealed deep insights into the human psyche. "Your people have a remarkable ability to express complex emotions and ideas through art," he noted, admiring a painting Emily had shared with him. However, as news of the aliens' presence began to leak, the atmosphere on Earth grew increasingly tense. Different factions within human society reacted in varying ways. Governments sought to exploit the new technology for military supremacy, eager to gain an edge over rival nations. Corporations saw opportunities for immense profit, eyeing the potential for new markets and monopolies. Religious groups were divided. Some saw the aliens as divine messengers, while others viewed them as a threat to their beliefs. Dr. Carter struggled to maintain the peaceful, cooperative spirit of their meetings. "We must ensure that this relationship benefits all of humanity," she urged during a tense gathering. "Not just the powerful and the wealthy." Zorak agreed, but sensed the growing tension. "We must be cautious, Emily. Your leaders are unpredictable, and their motives are not always aligned with the greater good. The inevitable happened when a covert military unit, acting on intelligence gathered from intercepted communications, attempted to capture one of the Tralaxian ships. The operation was a disaster, leading to a violent skirmish that resulted in casualties on both sides. The Tralaxians managed to escape, but the incident shattered the fragile trust that had begun to build. As the news of the skirmish spread, panic and fear gripped the world. Conspiracy theories flourished, and international tensions escalated. Governments accused each other of harboring alien technology, leading to a new arms race. Civil unrest broke out in several countries, fueled by paranoia and suspicion. Dr. Carter and her colleagues found themselves under intense scrutiny, accused of colluding with extraterrestrial beings. They were forced into hiding, continuing their research in secret while trying to find a way to salvage the situation. The Tralaxians, realizing the volatile nature of their human counterparts, decided it was time to withdraw completely and report back to their home planet. Zorak, filled with regret, prepared to leave Earth. "Humanity is not ready," he lamented. "We have awakened a sleeping giant." Emily watched as the Tralaxians departed, her hope for a peaceful future dimming, but not extinguished. "We must learn from this," she vowed. "There is still time to change, to grow, to become worthy of the stars." The Galactic Council's response to the unauthorized contact was swift and severe. Upon returning to Tralax, Zorak and his team were summoned to a disciplinary hearing. The Great Hall, once a place of hope and ambition, now felt cold and foreboding. Council leader Zylar's voice echoed through the chamber. "Zorak, you have defied the Council's directive and endangered the delicate balance of our galaxy. We warned you about the unpredictability of humans." Zorak stood tall, unrepentant. "Council leader, I still believe in the potential of humanity. They are a young species with much to learn, but they have shown remarkable resilience and creativity. They deserve our guidance, not our condemnation." Despite his passionate defense, Zorak was stripped of his command and placed under house arrest. His team faced similar penalties, their hopes for a peaceful integration with humanity dashed. The Council issued a galaxy-wide broadcast reinforcing their warning. No member species was to engage with Earth without explicit permission. On Earth, the situation continued to deteriorate. The failed military operation had sparked international tensions, with nations accusing each other of hiding alien technology. Conspiracy theories spread like wildfire, leading to widespread paranoia and civil unrest. Governments implemented draconian measures to control the flow of information and maintain order. Dr. Emily Carter, now a fugitive, worked tirelessly from her hidden laboratory. She and her team continued their research, hoping to find a way to stabilize the situation and prevent further conflict. "We must prove that peaceful coexistence is possible," she insisted, despite the growing danger. Amidst the chaos, a faction of humans known as the Unity Movement emerged. Comprised of scientists, activists, and ordinary citizens, the movement advocated for peaceful coexistence and the responsible use of the new technologies. They sought to rekindle the original spirit of collaboration between humans and Tralaxians. The Unity Movement organized protests and educational campaigns, urging governments and corporations to adopt a more ethical approach. Their message resonated with many, but they faced fierce opposition from powerful interests, determined to exploit the situation for their gain. In a desperate bid to prevent further conflict, Dr. Carter sent a message to the Galactic Council, pleading for assistance and a second chance for humanity. "We are at a crossroads," she wrote. "Help us choose the path of peace. We have the potential to become valuable members of the galactic community, but we need your guidance." The Council was deeply divided. Some members argued for stricter measures to ensure that humans could not pose a threat, while others, inspired by Zorak's initial optimism, advocated for giving humanity another chance. After intense deliberation, the Council decided to send a delegation to Earth to assess the situation firsthand. Zylar himself led the mission, accompanied by a contingent of peacekeepers and diplomats. As their ships approached Earth, the world watched with bated breath. The future of humanity hung in the balance, poised between conflict and cooperation. The Galactic Council delegation, led by Council leader Xylar, arrived in the Earth's orbit with a fleet of peacekeeping vessels. Their presence was both awe-inspiring and intimidating, a testament to the vastness and diversity of the galaxy. The ships descended towards Antarctica, chosen as a neutral meeting ground to avoid any political complications. Xylar addressed the global community via a simultaneous broadcast, his image projected in every major city across the globe. Humans of Earth, we come not as conquerors, but as stewards of peace and knowledge. You stand at a pivotal moment in your history. The choices you make now will determine your future. The Unity movement quickly rallied behind the Council's message, gaining widespread support. Their calls for peaceful dialogue and cooperation resonated with millions of people around the world who were tired of conflict and fear. Governments, realizing the futility of conflict against such an advanced civilization, began to engage in diplomatic discussions with the Council. However, the path to peace was fraught with challenges. Many world leaders and influential figures were reluctant to relinquish their newfound power. Secret projects to reverse engineer Tralaxian technology continued in hidden laboratories, driven by the desire for military and economic dominance. Dr. Emily Carter, who had been brought out of hiding to join the delegation as a representative of the scientific community, stood beside Xylar during these critical negotiations. We must work together, not as separate nations or species, but as inhabitants of a shared galaxy, she urged, her voice filled with conviction. The Council facilitated discussions on the responsible use of technology and provided frameworks for peaceful coexistence. They introduced advanced energy solutions, medical advancements, and environmental restoration techniques, emphasizing the need to use these technologies for the betterment of all humanity. Despite these efforts, extremist factions within human society continued to resist. A shadowy group known as the Vanguard, comprised of rogue military leaders and corrupt officials, plotted to seize control of Tralaxian technology by any means necessary. They viewed the Council's presence as an opportunity to exploit rather than a call for unity. Tensions reached a boiling point when the Vanguard orchestrated a terrorist attack on one of the Council's peacekeeping ships, resulting in significant damage and loss of life. The world was thrown into chaos as fear and paranoia spread once more. The fragile peace that had begun to take shape was now at risk of crumbling entirely. Xylar, though disheartened by the violence, remained resolute. We must not allow a few to dictate the future of many. Humanity still has the potential for greatness, but this path of destruction must end. The Council responded by increasing their security measures and intensifying efforts to root out the Vanguard and other extremist groups. They worked closely with the Unity movement and supportive governments to restore order and continue the push for peaceful coexistence. Dr. Carter played a crucial role in these efforts, using her knowledge and connections to help identify and dismantle the Vanguard's operations. Her dedication to the cause earned her the respect of both the Council and her fellow humans, further solidifying her position as a key figure in the quest for peace. The arrival of the Galactic Council delegation marked a pivotal turning point. Their ships, a blend of elegant design and formidable technology, descended upon the neutral territory of Antarctica. The world watched in awe as Xylar and his team emerged, their presence a beacon of hope amidst the escalating chaos. Xylar addressed the global community once more, his voice a blend of authority and compassion. Humans of Earth, we understand your fears and aspirations. We are here to guide you towards a future where knowledge and peace prevail over ignorance and conflict. The Unity movement, emboldened by the Council's intervention, launched a series of coordinated efforts to rally public support. They organized peaceful demonstrations, educational campaigns, and community initiatives aimed at fostering cooperation and understanding. Their message of unity and shared destiny began to resonate more deeply, cutting through the noise of fear and hostility. Governments, initially resistant, started to engage in meaningful dialogue with the Council. Diplomatic summits were held, bringing together leaders from around the world to discuss the responsible use of Tralaxian technology and the importance of global cooperation. The Council introduced a series of reforms, including measures to curb the military applications of advanced technologies and promote their use for humanitarian purposes. Dr. Emily Carter, now a prominent ambassador for Earth in the Galactic Council, played a crucial role in these negotiations. Her knowledge, passion, and unwavering commitment to peaceful coexistence made her an invaluable asset. She often found herself acting as a bridge between the two worlds, helping to translate not just language, but also culture and intent. "We must focus on what unites us, rather than what divides us," Emily emphasized during a pivotal summit. "Our shared future depends on our ability to work together, learn from each other, and grow as a unified species." The Council's presence and the efforts of the Unity movement began to yield tangible results. International tensions eased as nations redirected their focus from competition to collaboration. Scientific and technological advancements accelerated, leading to breakthroughs in energy, medicine, and environmental sustainability. Projects that once seemed impossible were now within reach, fueled by the combined knowledge and resources of humanity and their extraterrestrial allies. However, the threat of the Vanguard and other extremist groups still loomed. These factions, unwilling to embrace the new paradigm, continued their efforts to disrupt the peace process. The Council, in coordination with global security forces, launched a series of operations to dismantle these groups and prevent further acts of violence. One of the most significant operations targeted the Vanguard's main base of operations, hidden deep within a mountainous region. Dr. Carter, using her expertise and insider knowledge, played a key role in planning the mission. The coordinated strike involved both human and Tralaxian forces, showcasing the power of their newfound alliance. The operation was a success, crippling the Vanguard and significantly reducing their capacity to sow chaos. The victory was a turning point, symbolizing the strength and potential of the human-alien partnership. It also sent a clear message to other extremist factions. The galaxy's future would be shaped by those who chose cooperation over conflict. With the major threats neutralized, the focus shifted back to building a sustainable and prosperous future. The Council established a permanent presence on Earth, working alongside the Unity movement and supportive governments to implement long-term strategies for peace and development. Dr. Carter continued her work, now as a leading figure in the global effort to integrate Tralaxian technology and knowledge into human society. Her tireless dedication and vision inspired many, fostering a sense of hope and possibility. As the years passed, Earth underwent a remarkable transformation. The lessons imparted by the Galactic Council and the Tralaxians led to unprecedented advancements in technology, medicine, and environmental restoration. The initial turmoil gave way to a period of unity and progress, as humanity began to see itself as part of a larger, interconnected galaxy. Borders became less significant as global cooperation increased. Cultural exchanges flourished, enriching societies with new perspectives and ideas. The spirit of exploration and discovery, once driven by competition and conquest, was now guided by a desire for mutual growth and understanding. And so, humanity embarked on a new chapter, one defined not by fear and conflict, but by hope and collaboration. The warning of the Galactic Council had not gone unheeded. Humanity had stumbled, but it had also shown its capacity for growth and change. The galaxy watched as Earth rose to meet its potential, proving that even in the vast expanse of the cosmos, unity and understanding could triumph over division and strife. Over the ensuing decades, Earth's transformation was nothing short of miraculous. The initial turmoil and resistance gradually gave way to a new era of cooperation and innovation. The Galactic Council's presence on Earth, once a source of fear and suspicion, became a symbol of hope and progress. Humanity, guided by the principles of the Unity movement and supported by their Tralaxian allies, began to forge a new path. Dr. Emily Carter, now a respected and influential figure both on Earth and within the Galactic Council, continued to play a pivotal role in this transformation. Her tireless dedication to fostering peace and understanding had earned her the admiration of millions. As Earth's ambassador to the Galactic Council, she worked to ensure that humanity remained on the path of cooperation and mutual growth. The advancements brought about by the Tralaxian technology were profound. Energy crises became a thing of the past, as clean, renewable energy sources were implemented worldwide. Medical advancements eradicated many diseases, extended human lifespans, and improved the quality of life for billions. Environmental restoration projects reversed the damage caused by centuries of industrialization, leading to the revival of ecosystems and the stabilization of the climate. Education and cultural exchange flourished. Schools and universities integrated galactic knowledge into their curriculums, preparing future generations to engage with the wider galaxy. Art, music, and literature from different worlds enriched human culture, fostering a sense of global and galactic citizenship. The Unity movement grew into a global coalition, championing the values of cooperation and shared prosperity. Governments restructured to prioritize collaboration over competition, leading to the formation of the United Earth Federation. This new political entity worked closely with the Galactic Council, ensuring that humanity's growth was guided by wisdom and foresight. Zorak, having been reinstated and recognized for his vision and courage, visited Earth regularly. His relationship with Dr. Carter deepened into a profound friendship, symbolizing the successful integration of their worlds. Together, they worked on numerous projects aimed at furthering the bond between humanity and the galactic community. One of their most ambitious initiatives was the Intergalactic Exchange Program. This program facilitated the exchange of students, scientists, and cultural ambassadors between Earth and various member worlds of the Galactic Council. The program fostered understanding, broke down prejudices, and inspired countless new ideas and collaborations. The story of humanity and the Tralaxians became a beacon of possibility throughout the galaxy. Other species, once hesitant to engage with the unpredictable humans, began to see the potential for mutual benefit. Trade agreements, scientific collaborations, and cultural exchanges multiplied, leading to an unprecedented era of interstellar cooperation. On a personal level, Dr. Carter's life was deeply fulfilling. She continued her research, now focused on the broader implications of galactic integration. Her work, published and celebrated across the galaxy, emphasized the importance of empathy, cooperation, and shared knowledge. She often reflected on the early days of contact with the Tralaxians, grateful for the journey that had brought her and humanity to this point. One evening, as she stood on the balcony of her home overlooking a revitalized and thriving city, Zorak joined her. The sky above was filled with the soft glow of distant stars and the occasional streak of a spaceship entering the atmosphere. "Emily," Zorak began, his voice tinged with admiration, "look at what we've accomplished. Humanity has truly embraced its potential." Emily smiled, her eyes reflecting the lights of the city below. "We still have much to learn and many challenges ahead, but we've taken the first steps. Together, we've shown that even in the vast expanse of the cosmos, understanding and unity can triumph over division and fear." Zorak nodded. "And it's only the beginning. The galaxy is vast, and there are countless worlds to explore and learn from. Who knows what wonders await us?" As they stood there, contemplating the future, the message was clear. The journey of humanity was far from over. Guided by the principles of peace, cooperation, and shared knowledge, they were ready to face whatever came next. The stars beckoned, and with the support of their galactic allies, humanity was prepared to answer the call. Thus, the tale of humans and Tralaxians became a cornerstone of galactic history, a testament to the power of unity and the boundless potential of a species willing to learn, grow, and reach for the stars. And so, a new dawn broke over Earth, illuminating a future filled with endless possibilities.